Hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches. Yes, it is Scott and your co-host, BeerMe Jesus. And I have a black screen on part of my video. There it is. We are good to go. We're doing it a bit early than normal. It's Thursday, but it's like 6 in the afternoon. That's what we do. This is FPL in the Trenches, Frontline Prediction League on Twitter. Frontline League is the actual Twitter, if I say it properly. And if you go over to our YouTube channel, which is where you're watching this, make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe to this if you discovered it. Please follow along. Follow over to our Discord, which is what I was trying to get at. You can go in and see these results. You can go in there and watch prior videos. You can see stuff with our live event chat, talking about stuff like Wrestle Kingdom getting announced, all that stuff going on there for the real wrestling, and Dynamite last night happened, and all sorts of stuff like that. And please follow that stuff, but this is what you'll also see as well. You'll see the results. You'll see the upcoming matches. You'll see all the stuff going through for the predictions of the FPL. And bear me, we are closing out 2021, our first year of the FPL. I didn't even ask how you're doing. How are you doing, bear me? And how do you think the first year of the FPL went?
I'm doing pretty good. It is still really windy here, but overall I'm doing well. I think the first year of the FPL, it went really well. I enjoyed a lot about it, and you guys picked up at a good pace, and it's just kept flowing throughout the year. I think everybody's having a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of surprises, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. How about you?
Definitely same. We put a brief thing out in, I think it was the general chat when the results went out, because Final Battle is the last show of 2021 for us. And just thanking everybody for this first year. We started with the Rumble, because that was a really good way to debut and have everything kind of come to head and get a feel for characters right off the bat. And since then, there's been so many like debuts and returns and surprises, like you said. Some people are champion that we never even knew when we started it. Like, had no idea who some of these people were. It's pretty awesome. But more on that will come. We're going to be leading towards the actual FPL anniversary. That's on January 1st. Oh, that's day one. So there's going to be some stuff leading up to that. There's also going to be some year-end type stuff. And, of course, a Rumble in the new year. But also hard to kill and other stuff. It's going to kick off once we get into the new year in a couple weeks. But more on that as we go, because we still got some trenches in between now and then. So we're not going to announce everything quite yet. We're just going to go over the results for Final Battle here. So Final Battle is a Ring of Honor house show. Potentially the last one. They are saying they're returning in April for 2022, but we don't know if that Supercard is going to be an actual thing or not. It remains to be seen. That might not happen. The way they were operating here with Final Battle, End of an Era, that's it. So here we are. And we treated it like it's the last show of the year, because that just happens to be it. There's no TLC afterwards, nothing like that. So it worked out really well as Final Battle of 2021. And it's a house show. So for us, Ring of Honor, AEW, and Impact are house shows. WWE and NXT inclusive. Their takeover events, or whatever they're called now, just War Games, or whatever they're going to call them. Going forward, the other events, whatever those are, if they simply call it In Your House and whatnot, those WWE, NXT pay-per-views are main shows. So this one didn't really matter as far as the overall standings, but is big for story, which is a big thing that we like to do with the write-ups and the character and whatnot. And we had a few moments here. So, bear me, I think we should dive in to this event. And I'll just say first off, Bandito and Gresham got pulled after the event page went up for the picks. So when we pulled it out, it went from 10 points overall to 9. And we just made everything descending from there properly, accordingly, to account for whoever picked that before we pulled it off. But let's dive in. Actually, there is one other thing. The 6-man tag became an 8-man tag when they added Romero and EC3 on the other side. So that got thrown out because that was in the middle of the event. So if you had, say, 6 points on it, they're gone. But you didn't suffer like if you were in a hardcore match and get -6. It's just gone. So, Ring of Honor did Ring of Honor things, bear me. So, but did you watched Ring of Honor Final Battle itself, right?
I did.
You did? It was pretty good. Like, the irony of September's show, Death Before Dishonor, and this one now, Ring of Honor felt like they were really starting to succeed in these events, because we often came up going, man, that was is what we normally felt after Ring of Honor for years. And now that they're actually,
Yeah.
ending, it felt better. I don't know. The shows were better now, but I digress. Our results for this: Smooth Rock defeated James Costner 40-31. That is the Canadian champion beating the American champion. Forgive me, the world champion. So everybody who just heard me say America is the world, there's the Canadian. You can clip that and do whatever you want with that. I just said that. But Smooth Rock, the Canadian champion, did beat the world champion James Costner. I kind of predicted that in a way, saying that the world champion hardly ever wins these when we do these, even going back to the JRPL days. And it happened again. Smooth Rock did win 40-31. Like you said, you weren't too surprised by this one. If this was the outcome, but it felt like it was Costner's to win. He was on a bit of a roll, right?
He was. So was Smooth Rock's been on a hell of a roll, too. I don't think he's lost in a while. So it could have been a toss-up either way. I just gave it to Costner because I figured winning the world championship, he would be wanting to win, and, well, that didn't happen. So I was wrong, but congrats to Smooth Rock for picking up that win.
Definitely. And it was fun actually writing the write-up for this, because realized they both have factions and they're both bad guys. So had some stare downs a bit, but there's almost like respect in a way, because like we're not going to brawl, we're not going to fight, we're not here for that. This is champion and champion. Let's go. So that was some fun stuff to do, but also they're heels. So heels do heel things, and I had some fun with that. But that was a fun one. That was a lot of fun. Not so fun for JJ Rocky was his death match with Sheriff Dog. He lost 15 to -26.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. There's not much to say about that, except the Strays did go 4-0 on this night. Just spoiler for the upcoming. That's kind of unheard of, because normally, like, I know Infinity, we rarely ever go 3-0 if we're split off in singles matches or even tags. Like we rarely ever win all of them. It's happened, and I know FBU you've done it too, but it's rare. 4-0 on Ring of Honor on the last show, where who knows what it's going to be. Like, that's how it was kind of being treated. Goddamn. Like, yeah. And the creatures just,
my cap to them.
They're being stomped. The creatures are absolutely being stomped. Because that was originally a tag match, remember? And we did lose Mod Step for that one with no picks. So there we go. Sheriff Dog beat JJ. Mod Step was there in the write-up, so we continued with that. But yeah, Sheriff Dog got the win, and a big win, no less, in the co-main event. Another non-title match with champions. We had Alexander McKennedy, the champion of America, some might say the world, defeating former world champion Bastion. Forgive me, no contest. Nobody beat anybody. It was a draw. It was a no contest, and it was ironically written before the Danielson Hangman draw. And I was talking to BeerMe before this, and kind of had an ending that I was feeling could have been good for that, where it's like one crawling after the other. It was on the outside, so they're both counted out.
Yeah.
But the idea of, like, I couldn't beat you, but I had you, it should have been what it was. But that was super fun to write, too, because Bastion's whole thing lately has been fighting off these different people in different types of matches. So McKennedy fits that bill very, very well. But it had to go to a draw. So I just had, like, powerbomb on the outside, and neither gets back in. It's all good. But it continued with Bastion's character, which is super fun to write, with that guy who just kind of defies the odds. It is very Seth Rollins informed, not going to lie, but yeah, McKennedy, the champ, didn't lose. It's a no contest with McKennedy. We should have known. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. So, what was not a no contest was match of the night. Scott and Red defeating the Stone Collective, Reunited, RGX, and Rate Wrestle. We got our win back from February. God, it only took a Ring of Honor like 10 months later. Jeez. This was tough because it was Ring of Honor and we weren't sure, but we kind of went with our picks. We tried to strategize a bit and we got the win. Again, it's Ring of Honor, whatever. It doesn't count to our tag standings. But for me, now we're 5-1, and that one we got back. So we're 1-1 with Stone Collective. And we never thought we'd get that rematch because they literally had the one match and then split. So now here they are, and it's just like, what? It's weird. And that storyline's been super fun as well. So I'm really enjoying what happened with RGX and Rate Wrestle. And Rate Wrestle has Bane the Bissa as well. So Honor Club went from a 3-man group to, oh God, that's 5 people, 4 with RGX, who doesn't want to be there? But still, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very interesting. Detrick Cyrus beat CJ Hawk. Mr. Money in the Bank lost to Cyrus. I'd hoped Hawk would win, but he is being booked like a Money in the Bank winner, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it
true.
goes. Like, he's going to lose for a bit and then cash in. I thought he was going to cash in at War Games. I still thought that was it for sure. I didn't think he'd cash in here because it's too risky with 10 matches potentially, right? Like, that wouldn't be enough to get you over the hump. And he did not. So he still got that briefcase. Still has it. Remains to be seen what happens there. But I'll just say right now, the only matches I wrote, we're already through them. There were 3 of the mains, and Sheriff Dog and JJ was by, I believe, by Red. And, CT did one of those. Everything else is by Red and CT. So please, come in here and read these. Read these specifically with Cyrus and CJ Hawk. Read Jason Blades versus CT Martin. CT slid. He did the move, but it didn't get him the win. And Jace continued on with his Hardcore Odyssey in that hardcore match, beating him 17-15, which might seem small, but it's a hardcore match, so points are a bit different. Broken Nerd beat Mad Elite Titan 46-17. That wasn't a hardcore match. That's just a low score for Mad Elite. Just for reference, the next one here. But Jace beat CT. I think we both thought that Jace was going to lose that, but he could pull it out because Ring of Honor is a bit weird. But I'm still surprised seeing CT lose this one. But that's part of the fun, right? That's part of the fun to see what happens, who can win, who can advance. And yeah, this Hardcore Odyssey has been kind of crazy. And CT, the latest victim of Jace of Blades, as he literally works his way through damn near everybody.
He's on a mission.
Right? Yeah, it's I like it a lot. It's really fun to see. How do you feel about CT resuming the slide? It's only one loss. I'm kidding.
It's only one loss. So we'll see. This is kind of like a CT bump right now. So we'll see if it goes to full slide at K1. But.
That got me pretty good. CT bump. There we go. Speaking of bump, that's what Mad Elite Titan was to Broken Nerd. Like I said, 46-17. He just V-triggered him and pinned him. Sometimes you got to do that, and I'm glad it was written that way because it's wham, dead. Because I'll write 3 pagers, and sometimes we need to get 2 paragraphs. And one's an intro. So that sometimes is what has to happen. Sometimes you get a blowout in wrestling. It happens sometimes, and that's what that was. BeerMe, you did not have a blowout, but you and the GMSG back-to-back here beat Luke Gray and Bane the Bissa, respectively. 36-26, 37-25. It's very close on both of those. That's weird. But I know you guys had similar picks, hence your scores being very close. But that's a good way to end the year, right? You did not go 5-0. So forgive me. 0-5, was it?
Yeah.
You stopped it.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Yeah, it did. It feels great. I got 1 back in the win column. That's 1. So we're gonna go for 2 at day 1.
Yep.
But it feels good. It feels good. Once you see that win, then it's like all the weight is off of you and you can start, going again. So
yep.
I'm rolling into 2022. This is new me. Want to know.
You did the same thing I did when I said 2021 earlier. I had to pause. Like, is it 2020? 2021's coming? No, it's 2022. I did that. You could probably see me like my eyes going as I tried to figure it out, and you just did it here too. So yeah, it's coming quick. But yeah, GMSG also beat Bane the Bissa. Bane's been strong, regardless. Like, it's been very, very brutal. This new turn from Bane. Not that it's new, but he's been doing that for a while. But it's like a little higher level now. So, but couldn't get the job done against GMSG. He got the win. Mark Harper beat the Arbiter. That's part of the Strays we mentioned. I'll scroll down a tiny bit. You can see right there Michael Marsh beating Midnight Rider. Harbor beat Arbiter. Harper beat Arbiter. Chef Urban beat Josh Dionio. Big win for Urban, considering that JD's got a title shot coming up imminently. Carlito beat Relintendo. Big win for him as well. Michael Marsh beat Midnight Rider. Boo! Boo! That's all I'll say to that. Supreme Rock beat Matt Zion. Also boo. I want Matt to win more. Danny DeLette Jordison beat Ace High. Kurt Colt beat The Gaffer. Lexi Briggs beat 3J Platinum. And Buckend 5 beat Wookie. And then rounding it out, Monkey Bong beat Papa Snooch. And we'll say right there that 29-4 is because Papa Snooch got a -5 point penalty for putting in picks after the deadline. Excuse me, I cut the sneeze out there so you didn't see it, but my eyes are still kind of like, it just happened. The achievements we've got some people hitting 25 appearances. Again, that's about as many shows I think we had, or close to it, because there's 12 months, sometimes 2 shows a month, more. 25 sounds about right. So people from the start are hitting their 25s at this point, and everybody else will be shortly after that. Sam Carlito won his 5th match. Jason Supreme won their 10th. Sheriff Dog won a death match. Red won 5 tag team matches. Notice that I haven't, because I think Red won one with Lee as well. But Smooth had a great night, got match night honors for the first time. And then Monkey Bong, Sheriff Dog, and Supreme Rock got a total of 500 points in the matches. And here's the results. So please come in, read these results, read the full details here. We put a lot of work in here. I say this every time. So much work into it. There's Broken Nerd Mad Elite. You can see right there, One Winged Angel with the V-Trigger. Boom! Dead. Got him. But yeah, come in here, read all these, check this stuff out. We put a lot in, like I say, every single time. It's a lot of work. We spend hours on this stuff, and we're proud of it. And it's a hell of a lot of fun. I had lots of fun with the main event stuff. Red and CT did theirs. It's super good, super fun. BeerMe, overall, what do you think of our final battle? You're just happy you got to win, right?
I am happy that I got a win.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really good. It sends us into a high note into 2022. So
It does, 2022. So that's coming up. And we're not announcing any matches right now for Day 1 or for Hard to Kill or for the Royal Rumble. I will say that the Rumble, we will be doing a draw just like last year to see who's in it, and then doing a draw of them for the order of entry. That will be coming on a War Room. We might actually just have you on that as well, BeerMe, because it's fun, but who knows? We'll see. Because it could like double as the trenches, but we'll do a War Room, because I'm pretty sure we're going to do a War Room to be like, it's the anniversary, it's us, it's all of us again. So that's part of our planning for that, and I know for certain that we are working on a year-end awards type thing, like Superstar of the Year, Match of the Year, Event of the Year, Promo or Trash Talker, stuff like that. We don't have a specific name for it. I mean, we do, but we don't. We'll get there. We got time. But it's everything that happened. There it is. A promo could still come between now and then. So if you think you've got Promo of the Year in you, and you can get it in before the year end, technically, we can go from there and see what happens. We can always see how that goes. But it probably already happened. Let's be honest here. It's Christmas time. We'll see where we go. But that's it, BeerMe. It's 18 minutes on my timer here. Not even because I cut out a sneeze. We're good. I think that's it for this week. Next week is the Christmas week. We'll sneak one in before that. We might even do it earlier. Get a couple matches maybe announced, upcoming, stuff like that. Talk a little more about the year-end stuff. And then we got our year-end in the middle. And then we'll have Day 1 from there. That's how quick it is. Day 1 is going to be basically like 2 weeks out. Because Christmas is a week from Saturday. And Day 1's a week after that. And then Hard to Kill's a week after that. It's coming. It's coming quick. But I will say it again, just on this one, on behalf of BeerMe and myself, thank you, everybody, for checking out this first year of the events and specifics with the results. Thank you for coming in and putting your picks in, dealing with us as we work out stuff like double booking people or accidentally getting points goofed as we do stuff and amending things or taking away title shots. Tino, don't worry. Like I said, you got yours coming. But stuff like that. And also just for hanging out in our Discord chat and all that fun stuff. More on that on War Room. I'm sure everybody's going to have their own things to say, but just I know for myself, it's a pretty cool thing here for people watching this Trenches weekly. I know people get excited by it. That's the coolest feeling in the world. I can't emphasize enough how fun that is to know that I'll put Trenches up and people will watch that while they watch Dynamite or Rampage or whatever the show is at the time. It's just a really cool feeling, so I thank you for that. BeerMe, anything you want to say before we drop for the evening here?
I hope everybody had as much fun as I did this year, and I look forward to facing even more of you in this upcoming year. So best of luck to everybody, and we'll catch y'all later.
Who's going to be the one to stop BeerMe from getting 2 in a row? Who could it be at Day 1? We'll see.
Nobody stopped me.
Get your promos in now. Even if he does it, he's got an opening of Hard to Kill. That's Impact. That's House Show. That's a little more so. Who might stop BeerMe from getting 3 in a row? Or prevent him from getting a rebound if he loses Day 1? Who could it be? We'll leave it at that. Get your promos in. Have some fun stuff. And if anybody has ideas for stuff or promos or matches, because WrestleMania season, we're here. Let us know. Let myself, CT, GMSG, or red know. You can let BeerMe know, but he'll forward it to us. We're the 4 writers of it, so let us know. Give us those suggestions. We'll work on stuff. We do have a lot of stuff in mind for where we're going. I've got a basic idea for what I want, but not against who yet for Mania. CT, I think he just figured something else out. We're starting to get things in. We've actually got everybody else, like, ideas kind of coming together on ahead, like, based on where stories are. And if you're seeing some of the stuff happening, you could probably have an idea where stuff might go, and if things fall into place, cool. If not, that's wrestling. We'll get there. But that's all part of the fun. More on that as we go. That war room will really pull the curtain back, and we'll have a lot of fun there. But we'll call it there. Thanks again, everybody. I always say have a good night because normally we're recording these at like 9 or 10 in the afternoon. It's not even 7 Eastern yet, but it's still night enough out because it's frickin' dark out. So thanks again, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.